The World Breakfast Cup is hit with a touch of irony today as the final of quarterfinals comes to head here with Ireland coming up against the team that they faced in the first match of pool play in the quarterfinals, and this is the best they have got in all history, Ireland, and they now face one of their greatest and biggest rivals in all of history. Hello everyone and welcome on to Cornflakes Crib, your home of all things Rugby Challenge 2 and all sorts of other goodies you may enjoy, and we are here for the quarterfinal of the World Breakfast Cup with our team that we are following for this tournament, Ireland. And if you've been following the series, you'll know that we faced France in the first match of pool play and agonisingly fell short, going down to them 21-19 at that point. But now, surprisingly, we have a second shot at the French in the quarterfinals, which is, as you said before, the best that Ireland have ever achieved in all of World Cup history. So the French have had a good lead into this semi-final, this quarterfinal match. They smashed Romania 61-7 and Russia 37-6 in their last two outings. And apart from, they have a few concerns on the bench. This is pretty much the first team that we faced in that first pool match, but they have a few injury and red card concerns, which is kind of surprising. Naya Naga, the flanker, and Dusan as well are both out with red cards, that is horrible stuff for the French. And Fiku is also injured for another 37 days after this, so his World Cup is all over really for poor old Fiku. But the bench will be severely weakened without those three players for the French. And again, Ireland, it's an unchanged team for them too after that little experiment outing nearly cost them a place in the quarterfinals last week, well, last part, when they just snuck past Romania 12 points to 7 in an extremely close match, which really tested the depth of the Irish team. These guys are well rested, they've had a lot of football, but they are coming off that good win, 26-12 off America the match before. And well, they've struggled in their last two outings, and they will really need to put those aside and have to turn up with their best football today if they're going to find themselves into the semi-finals for the first time ever in Irish World Cup history. So we're about to get underway. Kick-off in this evening match in the night sky. It's clear and it's fairly windy too, you might notice there. And it will be Ireland to kick off, playing in their customary green. It will be France playing in the usual blue for them, and it will be Sexton to kick off, and he goes away to the right. The quarterfinal, the final quarterfinal is underway, and France have really used the ball. It's away nicely on the left. Oh, this is a great chance for France. Look at that start. Hujay was really screaming down that wing and just about struck an early hit for France. They still have the ball, and again Hujay is really striking them hard on that left-hand side. But Ireland are keen to get this ball. Oh, is it going to come back for them? It's not. It's slow ball for France, but it's still there for them. They come away now. Pata, good tackle on him. Here's Orogrado, goes into ground. Same position as they just were. Again, they launch Mas. Goes short. Oh, and Orogrado's going through a few of them. Nice ball out here for Pickamoles. He gets ankle tapped from O'Connell. And he goes to ground. Ireland have turned this over, and they will settle things down nicely. Darcy gives it to Best, who's knocked it on. Well, that's not really the reply that Ireland were hoping for, and France have a massive chance to put some pressure on here inside the 22. It's still advantage for France. Ireland evacuate everyone out of that ruck. An advantage has been played now, very small one. Here's Fofana, goes wide, good ball there, super ball here, prop on first five, and it's a try for Michalak. He had two props to beat, and he did it with such ease. He is a skillful master, is Freddie Michalak, and that is why, take a look, great play from Fofana and Clark, but it was just numbers. The numbers on the shirt which made the difference. Ireland had 1 in 3. The tight head and loose head props hanging out on the wing has paid a huge price for Ireland as they've gone down an early try. The one touch of the ball they had, they could have looked to kick, but it went to a prop as well. The props are having a shocking start, and Michalak has a chance to add to his try. It's coming, no, it's not coming around, and Michalak's pushed it wide. Wow, that's a big miss for Freddie, and France lead early on, 5-0. So Ireland have had no ball here. They need something here. Sexton on halfway again. They need to accumulate some points here to the Irish. Here's O'Driscoll pounding off the kickoff, taking it nicely. Support from his forwards is slow in coming, but it is there now nicely. And they'll take it off the back and go away to Darcy. Good ball away for Ross. He's got O'Connell. Short ball for Sexton. The number 10s are wreaking havoc here. He throws a wild one back inside for O'Brien. Tommy Bowe gets the pass and will reply instantly for Ireland. We have a try fest on our hands in the first 15 minutes. Super play from Sexton. Here we go, here's Sexton. He threw the miracle ball back inside for he slipped. No, it was O'Brien. And O'Brien took it brilliantly off the ground. Just scooped it up to Tommy Bowe, who screamed in. And well, he puts to bed an average start to the tournament for the man. No one is, well, the saviour for Irish rugby so far, getting them back on level terms. A super try for Ireland. They've come to play, and boy, they had to. They need to settle down for any points they can possibly get, whether it be 3, 2, 5, anything. Sexton has a kick. He's got a nice breeze behind him too. This to be the difference. If he can nail it, it's a nice kick. The wind is nicely behind it. And through it goes for Sexton, and Ireland lead 7-5 just after 18 minutes. So we've had a huge start to this match already as Mendrad will kick off again for France. Ferris now nicely claims it, and Ireland have use of the ball on their own 10-metre line. So it goes for them. Now they attack. Darcy, huge hole, massive gap for Darcy, runs straight through it. He's got Sexton, he's got Bowe, caught a little bit flat-footed with that pass was Bowe, and a great cover defence from France. Looked like Pardo coming across, the little halfback smacked him right around the waist. Took him into touch, a spectacular tackle. Tommy Bowe though is looking very dangerous at the moment. Pardo, the man who put it into touch, kicks it off the line out. Straight down to Carney. He's going to counter-attack. Ireland, Sexton, nice pass for Zebo. Zebo cutting away now, he chips ahead. Darcy's putting the chase on. The wind catches in, puts it into the corner. Coming across is Huget, who gets smashed. Ireland are into this ruck very fast. Oh, France have no one at home. Ireland with a massive chance. They spread it to the right. It's there for Ross. Still got numbers. Bowe. He's still got O'Driscoll outside of him, but beautiful scrambling defence from France has shut that attack down. Still, and they're going to turn it over as well. Great work from the French. Away it goes. Michalak's knocked it on. Oh, big mistake from France. And Michalak, the man who scored that spectacular try to start with, has dropped it. Heaslip, good ball in behind the defensive line, and Heaslip will score. And Ireland are putting on some pressure to the French. In the first half, half an hour gone, it is 12-5 Ireland. Great ball. Let's watch this replay. It was spectacular. Right in the gap, it was flat. It was right behind the defensive line. Look at that, over the head of the French. Mendrad come across to try and save it, but no one stops the big man that close. Who fired this pass? Ferris. I think that was Ferris. Great ball. Interplay between the flankers, and that is a huge moment in this match. A great try from Ireland. They've really stepped it up a gear here. And the Irish, well, against their massive rival, the French, there is a big rivalry. between these two teams. Here's Sexton's kick. Handy position. Wind won't matter. He nails it. 2 more points. Ireland lead 14 points to 5 as we head near towards half time now. And it is a handy lead. Just over 7 minutes till the break. Ireland will be loving this so far. France, though, you just cannot predict what they will pull out of the bag. Mendrad goes very deep into Ireland territory, but Sexton's taken it nicely. Ferris, Redden got the ball mid-tackle. That wasn't very good for them. Here's Heaslip. He's got it at the back. He's gone away to Sexton. Oh, trouble for Sexton. What an absolute hospital pass. And France have the ball. They have a huge chance here to add some points. Advantage is over for the knock-on, so nothing lost there for Ireland apart from the ball. Now they're running it around here. Here's Sarzuski. Oh, look at him go too, through about 3 tackles. Still here for Parter. He comes off the back. Short ball to no one. He goes himself. He pops it away to Pickamoles. Mas goes through a couple. Tries to sidestep. Can't get through. And France are teetering here on the try line of Ireland. Nice run through the heart of defence from Pepe. He goes close. Just 5 metres out. Ireland will... Oh, they'll dearly love not to concede here. Parter goes over the top. Ankle tapped attempt on Fofana. They spread it wide. Big hit there. Huge hit on Fritz. And look at Ireland. Ireland piling into the ruck. Can they turn this over? Oh, it's huge. It is massive. And it is back to Darcy, who will kick this one. Wind will catch it into touch, and it is half time. Ireland survive a massive scare right before the break. And this match has plenty more excitement. That is just half time, and we have a cracker match so far. The stats say France should be ahead on most fronts, especially territory. They've attacked hard for long periods, have France, as you can see by territory and possession, but they have not come away with much. Just that one unconverted try. They will feel, well, robbed from some outstanding Irish defence, especially that last phase where they switched it to the right, and amazingly Fofana and Fritz blundered it big time, and that may cost them come full time. But once again, we know the French, and we know that they could come out a completely different side in the second half. We have 40 minutes to go. We have a 14-5 scoreline, and we have a cracker match on our hands for this quarterfinal of the World Breakfast Cup. Remember, if you want to suggest who we should follow for the next edition of the tournament, leave them in the comments below. Suggest something on Twitter. You can catch us there. The links for all that stuff are on the channel page. And hopefully, we've still got a few parts left here for Ireland in the quarterfinals, the final of the 4 quarterfinals, and hopefully we'll be seeing them again next week. But they have 40 minutes to survive, and it's going to be 40 minutes of action. Mendrad has the ball back on halfway, and well, he needs to get himself in this match for France. He goes very short with the kick straight to O'Brien. Great ball for Darcy, who sneaks into a little gap right on halfway. And it comes back for Ireland here. That man was just offside. Healy, great ball from Healy to Zebo. Zebo's got some work to do. He's been hammered right into the touchline. Ireland's defence of the ruck, and the ball is too slow, and it's come away for France. Pepe takes it up nicely into the ruck, and France have first real use of the ball. Pickamoles gets smashed. Huge hit and turned right over. O'Brien with a massive pass. O'Driscoll flies it over. Big ball for Bow. He has support. Oh, Darcy just caught it on their angle. Here's Healy now. He only knows one way forward. He goes up onto the 22. France trying to steal the ball, but it's here for Heaslip. He goes back. Sexton's waiting in the pocket for a drop goal. The wind is going to just fade it away to the right. Sexton looking for valuable 3 points. And well, France have opted for the scrum. This is interesting. Not going for the 22. They need the ball. That is obvious. They put it in. Pardo goes to the back, waiting for Pickamoles, who has it now. Just outside their 22. They go to Michalak. Big ball out wide. Good ball too for Clark. Oh, and he's been forced into touch. Brilliant tackle on the defence of Ireland. That was Clark, so that was on Zebo. Superb piece of defence. So it is a line out. O'Callaghan, they've opted the only jumper. Nicely taken. Redden off the back of the line out, goes around the back. Brilliant play from Redden. Straight up the heart of the French defence, and the forwards pile in behind him. Now, they need the ball closer to the post if they're going to line up for that drop goal again. Or will they run it? Will they run it? They do. O'Connell pops it around the corner. Bow is right on the touchline, and he is forced into touch by the scrambling defence from France. This is Irish rugby hammering at the door of France. They're big rivals. We've had a lot of you guys saying how much these two countries want to beat each other. Ireland have stolen the line out. Redden over the top for Sexton. Through it goes for Darcy. Zebo nearly intercepted. Gets hammered to ground. France are all over this like a rash, and they've turned it over for Sarzuski, who's running backwards and sideways. No one wants to tackle him. What's going on here? I'm unsure what's actually going on, but he's finally being tackled just a couple of metres out from his line. Goodness me, that was just about... Oh, it's been hit the pole! Oh, and it's just picked up from Dusatoir, who gives it back to Orogrado. And they're just a couple of metres out from their own line, France, reluctant to kick it because they need the ball. It goes for Mendrad now, who puts it to his boot, and it is an average kick. Going 30 metres out from his line. But what the hell happened to Sarzuski there? He just ran around in circles like he was at a Ferris wheel or something. Full line out chosen here for Ireland. And it comes to the front, nicely taken. Redden fires a big rocket ball out for Darcy, who has been elusive at best. O'Driscoll cuts back inside. Numbers here for Ferris. Bow. Chip. Oh, Bow has just chopped it onto his foot straight into touch. The grubber kick going horribly wrong for Bow. And that is another bit of a wasted chance. 5-man line out picked from France. Sarzuski had his last one stolen. Ireland are hammering at the door here because they could get one more try. May really put the spanner in the works of the French. Away it goes. Good defence from Ireland. Here comes Michalak. Michalak cuts him in half down the middle. He's got support from Dusatoir. He goes back for Maestri. Back outside again for Michalak. There's a try looming here for France. Good defence though. Super defence from Zebo, who has saved the try. And he's... Oh no, Ireland have thrown an intercept ball. So this is bad stuff here for Ireland. France are attacking hard. It's Mars who takes it in. They've gone the full length of the field here, have France. And Ireland are back on the defensive. They have a lead though of 9 points. And that is the difference in this match. Piling in. Oh, Ireland have a chance to turn this over. France could have messed this up. Oh, and they have really messed this up. Numbers game on the left. Zebo. No, can't get through there. And Sarzuski drags him over the line. And a chance again for France. They turned that around so fast. Michalak, the man responsible for that big breakaway. And Sarzuski, the man with the tackle, has the line out turnover. Redden goes for Sexton. And Sexton puts it to the boot. Nice kick downfield. Big chase coming from Zebo. Step from Mendrad. Goes short to Dusatoir. Here goes for Pickamoles, who goes for a little step himself. It's on the 10-metre line. The ball is set now for France. Here's Maestri. Goes wide. Good ball too. Good ball for Fritz. Fritz cuts back, but a great tackle from Rob Carney, who has been very solid at the back. Oh, too solid for France. And then, oh, it's all over. This could be it. It is O'Brien. Will thump it into touch, and Ireland have done the unthinkable and have defeated France. That last half went so quickly, especially that last 10 minutes, but the Irish have done what they have never done before. They have defeated France, their great, great rivals, and will now head to the semi-finals of the World Breakfast Cup. Now, well, all you Irish fans out there, you'll be loving that. A lot of comments and responses to the previous match where they lost by just those 2 points, saying you can't lose to France again. Why do we always lose to France? Well, that one is for you. The Irish have pulled off the big scalp. They have done what they have never done before, and we will be seeing them for at least one more match, hopefully 2. But for now, the Irish should rejoice for this result because they have beaten France, a double-edged sword of happiness for the Irish. The points round up though for France is a try for Michalak early on in the match, just after 10 minutes. That is all they managed. Michalak was very good with ball in hand, but they struggled to have someone put it to their boot throughout the game, and that is all they got. No conversions, no penalties. Ireland, on the other hand, 14 points for them. Tries for Heaslip and Bow and Sexton. Unstoppable with the boot, 2 from 2. Also just missed that drop goal as well, which could have made it interesting. Wow, look at this turnaround in possession. Ireland have nudged in front. They really hacked away at the French line for a good portion of that second half. Unrewarded, but in the end it soaked up the clock, and having that missed conversion meant a massive difference to Ireland. Territory was never really on their side, and line breaks very even in the end after being, well, a little one-sided at half-time. 7 each, and handing errors. Wow, France just made 2. That is very impressive from France, but they will be gone. That is the last we will see of the French for this World Cup. And, well, we will be going back to see who Ireland will be facing up against in the semi-final. For the first time in history, Ireland will play out a semi-final. Let's go back, celebrate with the clink of a beer, and see who they'll be playing next time. And of course it had to be, didn't it? It will be New Zealand versus Ireland in the semi-final. The second semi-final will see Australia take on South Africa. So the final, the World Cup final, will be between New Zealand or Ireland and Australia or South Africa. The World Breakfast Cup. Exciting stuff here. Ireland, though, will be, well, you couldn't give them a bigger confidence boost than a win over France. That defensive effort was outstanding, and that is about as good as it gets. The other semi-final results, if you care to know: New Zealand smashed Scotland 36-13, Australia beat England 30-15, and South Africa put 32 points onto Argentina's 23. So the low-scoring one was the Irish, but in the end, who cares? Push the right button and we go back here where we see the matchup for the semi-final. It will be coming to you soon here on Cornflake's Crib, where you can catch it, and hopefully can the Irish pull out another miracle. It's going to be very difficult, but anything's possible for Ireland, and we will see you that soon for that match, and check out all the others and any other rugby coming up soon in the meantime until that one comes up. So thanks all for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Remember, you can lay out any requests for future World Breakfast Cups you like in the comments or on Twitter or wherever you like. You can catch us anywhere, spam us on Steam, it's all good, and I'll see you all soon. Thank you all for watching, and as always, take care.